Hey, what's up everybody, Spabrog here, and I'm here to give you the H-Hour Weekly Community Update number 21. This week, we got a little quick look, which was pretty heartfelt in a way because it was very community focused. And this week we're also getting a patch this coming Friday, and it's going to have a couple of things that, we're going to want. So controller support for the people who do play on controller. I know there's a lot of people who've been asking for that. I know I mentioned it last week, but just to reiterate, because today's a new week, people might forget things. So if you haven't played the game because you like to play on controller and don't want to play on mouse and keyboard, I think you might want to check it out on the patch that is planned for the 12th of February. So look into that, please. Again, there's more armory and more bug fixing, so it's not the bulkiest of patches, but definitely something people were asking for, and the community was asking for controller support for a while. So to continue on, let's just go straight to our quick look. So after this Friday's patch, Kevin's going to turn a lot of his attention to the workshop so he could get it released to the community, and they said they want it in our hands in 2 weeks from Friday. So by the next patch, that's when hopefully we get our patch for workshop, and then we could actually play the maps that are being released. So if that could happen, man, that's a big jump from what we're doing now, playing 4 maps to playing an abundant number of maps, So we have a lot of things in the works. Obviously there's a fish hook. I don't know if it's done, I haven't really seen it, but I have seen it blocked out. I know there's a crossroads in the works, same with that's blocked out. We have like a Desert Glory, it's in the works, I think it's done. Or there's another play on one called Desert Raid, which looks really good. Shout outs to Vice Prez. I know Mojo Gaming's making a lot of other maps too that are pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't seen it. Maybe if I should look at the archives now that I think about it for Vice President. Vice__president on Twitch. If you guys want to check that out, because he usually streams him like testing out the maps and stuff. So that's cool. Also, let's get into it, right? Going off on a tangent, but right here, so Tom was, there's a lot of questions that were being asked in general in the forums, and SOF, I understand they're busy with the game, but they do have to interact more with the community. So this quick look, this video for this quick look, it's gonna be pretty condensed because at the time of this video there's at least more than 250 plus posts on just this thread. And it's a lot of people asking questions and Tom replying. And I just gotta say from jump, if Tom keeps doing this, where he could just reply to the people, like even if it's just on a Monday, that's enough for us. SOCOM community is big on transparency, and of course with a lot of stuff that happened in the past, it's good that we're actually getting to talk with the devs, and that's something in a lot of indie games that is like people are very prideful of, that they get to talk to the devs and get some direction and get their questions answered. So continuing on, they asked where's map 5. So map 5, which is supposed to be like our desert map or something, is blocked out. So what that means is like it's set up, but they need to add textures and all that, and so that's basically, it's just the framework is laid out, but they need to add all the details. And the Technicolors map, which is map 6, is past the blockout stage and is on hold. Whatever that means, they're probably past the blockout stage, meaning maybe they're working on stuff little by little, maybe the details, the textures, all that, the sounds, what have you. And yeah, the main reason the maps are on hold though is because everything that goes into the game requires programmer support. It includes maps, models, map assets, sounds, actions, weapons, physics, baking, lighting, functionality, and on and on. I'm reading straight from the quick look, by the way. And it says they need to catch up on the programming side of things for the next route. I think you guys can recall in the forums a lot of comments were made to stop making more maps and fix the core gameplay. Yes, please. Especially since we have a Steam Workshop coming. You don't have to work on the maps. We'll do that for now, and then you could give us our maps later. We don't need you. But yeah, if they're working on the core gameplay, so if they could do that, just focus on that. We'll play. If I could play 4 freaking maps all day on H-Hour, I could play old maps that I love, So I'm happy for that. Next off, a question: will you finish the game? There's a lot of people who think H-Hour and SOF is not going to finish the game. They will. They're definitely going to finish. They have every intention of continuing our development of HL until it is complete. The pace may not be fast enough, obviously, everything's slow and steady here. And they said they're in early access for the, to express this purpose. We're not in a AAA studio or number one on the top seller list, so we need to be realistic about what we can do and how fast we can do it. This means operating efficiently by managing our resources, money, and people based on the deliverables in our content approved work plans. And a small studio, it is also important to balance resourcing and development priorities. So there's short-term and long-term goals, but you still have to have the final vision and hope we could all give them feedback and continue. Basically what that means, we're gonna finish the game. We know it's freaking slow, and I know a lot of you guys don't like it that it's slow, but we're trying our best. And I think I sympathize for like small companies a little bit more, because I don't know, I grew up in New York and grew up with people like not a lot of money, and I guess I understand the hard work aspect, and things don't happen overnight. So that's just me. Everybody's different, but hopefully that gives you another insight into it. And then also, people think Russ is gone. The developers aren't gone. Russ isn't gone. Okay, so one thing that happened recently is Russ, he updated his LinkedIn account to say that he doesn't work at SOS Studios anymore, right? Whatever. The thing with that is he's still working with them regardless. The thing is, he basically works as a contractor, right? And I think that's the big thing in the gaming industry, is just contracting work, and you never really have a steady job. And he basically said on Twitter, you could go to his Twitter and just check it out. He was just saving his ass. So I guess he just has to have something in the back just in case something goes wrong. You can't blame him, he has a family and stuff. You can't mess around on these things. Yeah, and people are thinking, oh, HR was going bad because of that. No, it's not true. We don't actually know what's going on. You never know. These dudes could be doing something really, really good, but it just takes so much time. And again, my cake analogy, we can't take the cake out of the oven and then judge it from that if it's not done. So until it is done, I'll judge the game and criticize it to improve it, but I can't give a final, review on it. But yeah, so basically Russ is still there. It says Russ's his workload has slowed down, very slow crawl for the studio. I think it's because he's just a map maker and all that. So they're basically done with the 6 maps that they had, other than the adding the details to them. So again, all the contractors are free to work on other projects. They have to it even says it here, like they can provide financial support for the family. He's been working full-time since October 2014, and right now it's more on the programming side of things, and game sales improve. So yeah, making games isn't cheap, and he will return full-time to help deliver map 5 and guide Technicolor through finishing map 6. So my thing is that they're doing this so they could save themselves some money. Also, Russ could go, there's no hard feelings. He's gonna come back to finish the maps anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He says he's always gonna look at the dudes who develop maps and give them tips. So even if, like, for some reason, let's say Russ isn't here, which after map 6 is done, I hope that the guys who develop the maps will be well versed. But obviously it's not gonna happen because he dedicated his life to making maps and stuff, so very hard to just have you can't be a pro right off the bat, but we'll have shades of Russ somewhere. But those 6 maps are really good. I feel like all the maps so far are great, with some minor adjustments that the community suggests. But other than that, love the 4 maps that we have. Could be better, but everything could be better. I rather care about the gameplay. But yeah, next question: where is PS4? And if everybody asks on my video or on Reddit and they ask when's PS4, I always tell them we gotta wait till it's done on PC. And also, it's not the answer people want to hear, and that's always been the message of the port. Though they've said it since the beginning that they're going to, it says that as soon as the port is done, we'll start working on PS4 in a way. So if you move something that isn't 100%, or you don't have manpower to dedicate time to that port, you're going to make a mess of things and probably won't get through Sony's strict green light and Q&A process. Getting approval to build a game dedicated for PS4, which we have, is not the same as getting approval to release on the platform. So I remember in E3 they got approval to make a game on PS4, but they don't have the same approval to release it on the platform yet. Obviously they're not done. It's basically saying it's easier to do it on PC, because if I mess up, I could just go straight to my computer and basically fix it right there. If I do it on PS4, fucking port everything, make sure the coding's not messed up, and then make sure that it works, because it could work on PC and then something's wrong on the PS4. So there's a lot of coding stuff I don't get, obviously, because I'm just a YouTuber, I guess, and a player. So yeah, that's basically it for that. So PS4, Russ is still here. I say be optimistic, guys. There's nothing wrong. Like, the community's not even like upset. But like, yeah, Russ is just covering his ass just in case, you know, like he's trying to support his family just in case. But until that happens, it happens, you know. We're here for the long haul, baby. Also, there's a lot of questions were asked to Tom. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the questions posted in my notepad that I usually do, so I can read it off to you guys. But you can look through the thread yourself. I'll try to go off the top of my head like I usually do, because you know, I just started school, so I have very limited time to make this video. And yeah, so basically what he did was he stayed on the forum for like 2-3 hours and answered everybody's question. Like 95. Even the people who were like semi-trolling are the ones who are always very critical. I don't want to call them haters, because they're very passionate. And that's one thing Tom says, sorry. Tom notices that, you know, people are very passionate, and, you know, like, again, SOCOM is our baby, and we want to get it right. So people are always very critical, and they're very harsh critics on themselves. So there's a lot of things be like, how come you guys don't do this first, or blah blah blah. I forgot, he put a list out somewhere. He put a list. Oh man, I wish I knew. I'll try to pull it up here in the meantime, but he basically put like a list of like top 4 priorities with the rest of the posts. So let me see. Oh, there we go, I found it. So right now, well, never mind about that. He's just said in like top 4 list, it says animation, guns tweaked, and mics working effortlessly would bring in more people. Yeah, that's pretty much the top 3 at the moment, you know, in my opinion. And then there's a list that Eagle laid out that was like freaking 30 things long, like but there's way more, and they know. They're like, we know that it's all terrible. I'm actually looking at his post now, so this could actually help. Let's see. Yeah, community managers cost money, right? So we can't have that. Damn, can I even keep going from his post? Wow, apparently I can't. Whatever. So there's a lot of things that they're very critical. They know the guns need tweak. That's something every question he asked about, he's like, we know the guns need fixing. And they're also like, he also said things like Kevin knows that certain things are bad with the guns, and that he's already like implementing new stuff, or like he already knows how to fix the things. You know, hopefully that is true. I'm just gonna trust them, because they were very transparent this quick look, so I hope it's true, man. The mics I didn't see. Apparently they didn't get animations started yet with Technicolor. I think they're gonna do that when they're gonna do the 6 maps. So they're using everybody to finish the other stuff, like guns tweaking and all the coding, because we're doing armory stuff. We got new skins, so it's a little bit more content. You know, I would love for the guns to be better and workshop, since animations probably aren't even started. I wish they were, man, because that'll polish the game a lot. So for me, I think a UI would be nice, a new UI. So maybe they're doing that on the low, who knows? But apparently Kevin's working on workshop this whole week, so hey, screw it. Give me those maps, baby. But yeah, I'm trying to recall some things. That's why. I know a lot of people are like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then you kind of get the tone that it's more like, if we could, we would. Shoutouts to Wolf for that phrase. in my opinion, if they could fix everything right away, they would. And prioritizing so hard, because like there's so many little things that like are kind of like of equal value, so it's hard to prioritize, but there's so many of them. So you don't want any bugs, so the bugs get fixing. But for us, we're like, nah, we want content. And then if we get the content, like, damn, this bug is still here. You know what I mean? Like it's very hard, and it's frustrating. And then like he says their biggest thing is time, and even I said them, like, if you're a small studio and you have limited time, it's probably the hardest thing you could, you know, that's the hardest thing. Like, you can't get everything done in one day. There's obstacles, you run into stuff. You might, I don't even know how coding works, but imagine if you put like one digit in and just messes up everything, and you just gotta look for that one. I hate science. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys feel free to look through the thread, it's actually a really good read. It's very informative, especially if you're kind of on the fence of the game, or, you know, you could probably read through the whole thread in like 30 minutes. It's pretty long. It's like 13 pages at this point, but I think towards the end it was a little bit more less arguing, and everybody felt more at ease, and we really appreciated that. So Tom, if you're listening, I know Rosie listens to my videos, just continue on doing that. Just on a Monday, just respond to us. It'll make us feel so much better. And he was very professional about it. A couple times he trolled back though, but you know, he's human. He didn't like curse anybody out, so that's good. Keep that up. And yeah, just that transparency is, you know, it's a little bit that you gave us, which is great. And you were very honest about stuff, so keep that up. At least they were telling us, hey, we like, we're trying to get to it. Like, as long as you give us an answer rather, then we you know, as much as transparent as possible and not half-assed, we will always respect that no matter what. And I think a lot of people could vouch for that. But yeah, keep it up. He says he's going to start trying to communicate more with the community, which we really appreciate, which is an hour. So please Tom, continue. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, or if you want some, you know, you want to see something improved, let me know in the comments, because, you know, I want to see what everybody else, like outsider looking in, thinks of the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So comment, like, sub. We're gonna be here to the day it's over. Alrighty. Alright, guys, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrSpab, twitch.tv/spab_rog. Don't forget to follow SOF Studios as well. Check out the Reddit, reddit.com/r/hhour. If you want to see how some of the maps are panning out, I did post some. And it's been a while since I updated like any new ones, because I don't think any new ones were being made. Or I could always look. I'll be updating the Reddit, so don't even worry about that. But yeah, workshop 2 weeks, controller support this week. Well, I mean, workshop in 2 weeks, excuse me, and controller support this week. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week. Peace.